Alright, yo, what up guys, MxgicIQ here, and today I'm bringing you guys a brand new build on the Mercury Cougar. This thing is amazing. I have it set up for a drift build. It's still slightly grippy. It's a lot easier to drive than the Mustang. It's a little bit slower, but I didn't have the auxiliaries reset in the gameplay you guys just watched, and as you guys saw, I still got basically a 207, but a 206. Definitely capable of a 205 there. On getting high tonight, this build actually gets to top speed very quickly, so you could probably get in the lower 150s. Same with rapid transit, lower 240s, high 238s. This car just takes a lot of practice to drive, just like any drift build does, and since it's an old school build, they tend to be a little bit heavier in the corners, but this thing does feel a lot smoother and a lot easier to drive, like I said, than the 1965 Mustang. So without further ado, let's get straight into the build. Let's aim for 50 likes on today's video. I really appreciate you guys for showing so much love recently, and let's just get straight into it, man. So without further ado, the motor. We are using a 7.2 liter V8 in this thing, 390 brake horsepower when you start, but as you guys can see, we have the horsepower cranked up to 1201 horsepower with a max torque of 1308. The quarter mile is 11.1 and the 0 to 60 is 4 seconds. Now the top speed on this thing is 196. Those stats, the 0 to 60 and the quarter mile, are very wrong because this build is, obviously a manual build, and when you launch this car, you're going to launch it in fourth, and this thing actually grips up pretty well and gets past a lot of cars. I actually made the Skyline that you guys see quit in the video just because this thing gets out of the hole super quick, and I don't think he was expecting it, but this build is an absolute sleeper, man. So as you guys see, the engine parts here, we have all elite on every single engine part, including the NOS bottle is even elite. But the Roots supercharger is our forced induction of choice here. We're using an elite Roots supercharger as well. Elite road suspension, elite grip tires. We're even using a sport clutch. This is upgraded from basic, so we're using a sport clutch here. The 5-speed gearbox is the gearbox of choice. We could go lower with this build and actually drag it down into A+, and I might do a video on that, so let me know if you guys want to see that. I can get that done. The differential is stock because we're going to max it out at 20%. We don't need more than that. Any more than that and this build starts to feel a little bit more like the Mustang and less like grippy. But the auxiliaries on this thing are nitrous grip and drift. As always, make sure you reset those auxiliaries, guys. It's very important. You want to go empty slot here and then scroll all the way over to the auxiliary and click it again. Otherwise these drift builds won't be moving as well as you think they are, trust me. Now the handling here, and in the gameplay, like I said, the auxiliaries weren't reset, so it could have been even faster. Now for the handling, we're using 20% drift here. Steering sensitivity is 2 off max, so we're 2 off the high side here because this car needs to feel a little bit more twitchy because it's almost too buttery smooth. It's a little too slow to move if you don't turn the steering sensitivity up. Now the downforce is all the way high as well, and the traction control is set to off. No build has traction control on, at least that I've found that's viable. Drift entry is set to brake tap here as well. You can use gas tap. A lot of people recommend it. I personally think brake tap is the better option for me and my driving style. I really enjoy making these off-meta drift builds with these old school cars. I'm going to go through all the old school whips and try and make something for them. So we can call it like old school week or something like that. And we'll just keep uploading old school cars this week. Next, I'm going to attack the Pontiac Firebird. Then after that, I think we're going to go for the Bel Air. That might be kind of crazy. I'll see what we can do with that. But I hope you guys enjoyed. It's been MxgicIQ, and I'm out. I love you guys. Thank you guys for so much support recently. Make sure you guys check out all my videos on the channel and just at least leave a like on them. Even if they're, some games you don't watch, I really appreciate the likes, man. So I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.